Hello everyone. So today we'll be solving number of subarrays with bounded maximum, and this is day 17 of Lead Code June challenge. The question is, we are given an array nums of positive integers and two positive integers left and right, where left is less than equal to right. Return the number of contiguous non-empty subarray such that the value of maximum array element in that subarray is at least left and at most right. So we are given a array nums and two integers left and right, and we need to find out all the sub arrays in the nums in which the maximum element of the sub array is less than the right element and the greater than equal to the left element. So here in this example, nums array is given as 2 1 4 3, and the left value is given as 2 and the right value is given as 3. So let's consider the first subarray will be 2 itself. So 2 is less than equal to left and greater than equal to left and less than equal to right. So 2 will be a valid subarray. Now 2 1, for 2 1 the maximum element is 2, and again it satisfy the condition. So 2 1 is also valid subarray. Now 2 1 4. In 2 1 4 the maximum element is 4, and 4 is greater than the right value, so it will not be a part of a solution. And in fact all the values which are before this, so let's say 1 4 will also be not a solution for this, because in that case also 4 will the maximum element. So again 3, starting from 3 alone is an element, so which is less than equal to 3, which is the right, and greater than equal to 2, which is left. So this is how we met this condition, and we are left with 3 subarrays. So we return our answer as 3. So now look at some example. And so the first way to come up a solution is the brute force way, in which you will do is that from I to j, for every subarray from I to j, you will try to find out the maximum element in that subarray, and then you will check whether it is less than left, whether it is greater than left and less than right. But this solution is not accepted, and this is a very time consuming solution. So we will look at some efficient approach, which gonna take only log of n time. So we will be optimizing from log of O of n cube to O of n only. So let's see how we can do that. So let's consider an example, and we are given this array, and let's say we are given left as something, let's say 38, and right as something, let's say 68. Oh, okay. So what we will do is now we will try to find out what are the possible sub arrays. So if you see, we start with 73. Now 73 alone cannot be an answer because it is greater than the rightmost element. So we will say, since 73 is greater than rightmost element, we will discard it. It will not be an answer. No solution. Now for starting with 55. So if there were some elements before 73, they were also not the subarrays forming with them was also not a part of our solution. So let's say there was 1,73. Now 1 is not an answer because it is less than left, and 1,73 will not be an answer because the maximum element is 73, and it is greater than the rightmost element, so we will discard it. So 73 is kind of a breakpoint. When the element is greater than rightmost element, it is a kind of a breakpoint. Now let's move to 55. So for 55, we see that 55 alone is lying between left and right. So we will say 55 is a valid start point for a solution, and in fact itself a solution. So let's say 55 is lying between our left and right. So we will say 55 is a valid solution. So let's write down the index instead. So okay, or element. So okay, let's go with the element. Now 55, if we try to extend this sub array 36, now 36, the maximum value between 55 and 36 is 55, and this time also 55 is lying between 38 and 68. So 55 and 36 will also be a valid solution. So we will say this 36 and 55 is a valid solution. Now if you see, if I try to extend this 55, 36 and 55 even one more step, so in this sub-array also 55 is the largest element, and we will take it and it will be a valid solution. So 55, since it lie between left and right. Now if I try to extend this solution one more, now there will be a problem. Now in this sub-array 72 is the largest element, and 72 does not lie between 38 and 68, even it is greater than 68. So we will discard 72 here and we will move one step forward. Now let's define, so let's say the elements which are lying between left and right are my head elements. We will use this term in the future. So now let's see 36. Now 36 is an individual. If we take 36 individually, it will not contribute to any sub-array which is a valid solution, because 36 is even less than the left element. But if 36 is combined with some greater element which is a head, now what the head means, which is lying between left and right. So if we combine 36 with some element which is head, now then it can be a starting position for a sub-array. So now 36 and 55 will be a valid solution. It was 55 and 36. Yes. And now this 36, 55, 72 cannot be a solution because 72 will not allow this solution. So these are the solution for this. And alone 55 will also be a solution. So these are the solution for this. So let's see what terms we have defined. So let's say elements which are even less than left are here is a 36 are, let's say, tail elements. So the way we'll define head and tail elements are, head elements are the elements which lie between left and right. Tail elements are the elements which are smaller than the left, but if they are combined with some later head elements, then they can become a starting position for a valid subarray. So if I combine 55 with 36, then it can be a starting position of a valid subarray. And the values like 73 and 72, which are even greater than the right part, will destroy all the heads and tails. So considering this into mind, so while traversing the array, if we encounter a tail, then what we can do is that we can all the existing head will be added to this, and if we encounter a head, we can join all the existing tails to this. So let's say if I have encountered 55, then I know all the tails which are previous to this head are the part of my solution. So 36 will be a part of solution. If there was something like 5, then this 5 would have also be a part of solution. And if I encounter a head which is this 55, so if I encounter this head, then all the forward values which are either tails or other heads, we can take them into consideration. So let's see how this works in a live code. So what we'll say, int count will be the overall count, initially 0. Let's say head elements are initially 0 and tails are also 0. And let's say n is nums.size. So what we can start with the for loop and less than n I plus plus. So now if we encounter an element which is nums of I such that this nums of I is greater than equal to left, but it is less than equal to right. Now what does this mean is that it is our head element. So if it is a head element, so our total heads plus equals to 1. Now we will also increment or also add the tails which were there. So tails are also added here. Now tails will become 0 and our total count will be plus equals to heads. So what we done here is that we have taken the heads. So for this 55, we have taken all the heads which were previously present and the 36 which is a tail. So when we encounter a tail, we will increment the tail. So this tail will come here and it will be added to heads. So for the 55 element, we will add this 55 which was one head previously, then we will add 36. So how we will increment this tail is if we encounter a tail. So left is less than nums of I, then we know it is a tail, so let's give a tail. So our tails will be incremented. And now what we do is we will say count plus equals to heads. Now why did we do this step is because so if we have a 36, then we know this 36 was the part of all the sub array that were previously there. So all the sub arrays having starting as a head, we can stretch them to this 36. So we will increment this. Okay. Now if we, so it is else if, now if we now the element, if it is even greater than right, because it is only the one condition left, so in that case our heads will be 0 and our tails will also be 0, and we have to start again. So let's return count. Okay, let's see how this runs. Okay, it is giving us a wrong answer. So okay, I did a mistake here. Its left is greater than, and this should be and nums of I is less than equal to right. Now this should work. Let's see. Yes, this is working now. Let's submit it. So thank you everyone. This was it for today. Numbers of subarray with bounded maximum.